name is Natalie, aka Wooden Butterfly, and this is Art That Heals the Soul. Today I'm going to be doing a pick-a-pile reading for you guys. What we are going to be diving into is exploring the themes that might come up within your personal lives for the remainder of January 2022. So like I always say, please use your intuition when choosing the pile. Hope there could be more than one pile that resonates with you. So if you're feeling drawn to more than one, go right ahead and listen to more than one. And you can listen to all three if you want. Who cares? But it's up to you ultimately. And please keep in mind that I do read my cards intuitively, as well as what the cards traditionally mean as well. So that does make it a little bit more, I feel personally, I pick up on more accurate energies that way, and am able to describe them better when I read the cards intuitively. So please keep that in mind and take your time, and let's get into it. Okay, this is for those of you who chose pile number 1 with this crystal and the cat tarot. So we're going to do something a little bit different in this reading. We're going to use the this to open up the reading to find out the overall themes of the rest of the remainder of your January. We're going to use this to kind of build up a little story of the themes that you might see come up in the remainder of January 2022. Okay, so let's get an overall view of pile number 1's January themes. Call upon my spirit guides and pile number 1 spirit guides. Allow me to be used as a channel for the messages pile number 1 needs to receive through my mind's eye and through the cards, please and thank you. Allow me to release whatever energies I pick up during the reading after the reading is over, please and thank you. Tell me, Spirit, what does pile number 1, what is going to come up in the rest of this month, January 2022, for pile number 1? Number 1, January. Okay. Okay. So we have Knight of Swords. I feel like there's somebody that's going to come to you with a proposal of some sort. Something that's really going to balance out a situation that has been causing a lot of stress on you mentally. And it's going to have something to do with having to cut something out that's no longer serving you. And it's going to actually be something that you've been like low-key hoping to have happen, because you know that this is what is necessary in order for you to fully encompass the new life that you seek to have. So I feel like this month is going to have a lot. It's gonna weigh on you more mentally than it does emotionally, because I feel like it wreaks havoc on your perceptions on things, or your beliefs that you have about certain things. And it's been something in your life that has wreaked havoc on you, or has plagued you in your state of mind. But something is going to be offered to you that really like cuts the things out that no longer is serving you anymore, and cuts the things out that you no longer want. And it's going to really allow you to charge in the thing that drives you. Like, charge towards the thing that drives you, and charge towards what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So something needs to be let go of that is holding you back from where it is that you're trying to go. And this month is really going to allow you to, like, at least start that process. I feel like this is like something that is going to take a long time in order for you to, like, fully let go of, and in order to cross all your T's and dot your I's. But you're starting to take the steps necessary in order to go in that direction. And it's something, it's going towards something that really drives you, that really motivates you, that really inspires you. It's something that you have a lot of passion for, or it's something that you are really feeling motivated to move towards at this point. And it's like, maybe before you had questioned whether or not it was the right choice for you, because logically it doesn't make sense. But I think you're starting to realize that you don't care if it isn't logical. The way you feel about this particular thing, it makes you, it drives you, it motivates you, it makes you want to do better, it makes you want to become better. And it's really like you're questioning about this situation. It isn't a question in your mind anymore, and you're really ready to, like, start at least making the moves necessary to go in that direction. Because I feel like before you might have, you know, went back and forth. Now it's like you fully know exactly what it is that you want and how it is that you want to get to it, and you're starting to make the moves in order to follow through. And January is really starting to make you, I don't know if you can see that, like the progression of it. You see a proposal is made to you, and it's something that has weighed on you heavily with the balance, and then it's like something is proposed to you that makes it easier for you to move towards the thing that drives you, the passion, something that motivates you and drives you. So you're like starting to, you know, make the moves slowly yet surely. It's a process. It's going to be a lot of things that you have to overcome, or a lot of things that you have to, like, you know, put into position in order for you to have a strong, long-lasting foundation for whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. But you're starting to, now it's like you're not questioning yourself anymore. You're not questioning what it is that you want anymore. You know exactly what it is that you want, because it just has catapulted you in this, like, new way of looking at life, or a new way of looking at things in general. And it's sincerely, like, I mean, a light has been sparked deep within you, and there's no stopping it now. And there's no stopping where it is that you're trying to go to, and because you've already made the decision subconsciously. So now it's just a matter of everything externally trickling into place in order for you to reach the destination. And really, something that Spirit is wanting to, like, relay to you is to keep in mind that don't worry too much about getting to the destination, because this is an opportunity for you to grow exponentially. So allow yourself to experience the journey and enjoy each step of the journey, because it's going to make that destination just so much sweeter in the end, and so much more fulfilling when you do make it there. And as corny as it is, it really is about the journey, not the destination. It's about everything. It's about what you put into it to get to where it is that you're going. And if you put your entire heart and soul into it, it's going to be something that tastes so much sweeter once you finally do get to that point. And it's going to allow you to enjoy it so much more and to appreciate it so much more than if you were to have just, you know, made it, you know, gone, not had to work this hard to get to it, if that makes sense. So let's get a little bit more in depth. Like, what is it that you are trying to work towards? What area of your life is it located in? Or it could be multiple areas. It could just be like an overall way of living your life. Or it could be an actual person, place, or thing that you're trying to reach. It's going to be different for everyone, but that's the overall message behind it. You're making the steps to reach a destination that you've had deeply rooted within you, and something that has been a silent motivator in the things that you are doing, and you may not even realize it because a lot of it is subconsciously happening. But as things unfold and as you continue to move in this you know, on this path, on this journey, things are going to become more apparent to you, and you're going to start noticing, you know, like exactly that this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And it's going to become very clear to you that you're finally following what you want instead of following what others want for you. And this is when the universe starts showing you confirmations that you may not have noticed in the past because you're too busy living for everybody else, that you didn't take the time to notice what it was that you truly wanted, what it was that you were passionate about. But now it's like something unraveled in your life that has really like shifted your perception on life in general, like on spirituality, on many aspects. Like something unfolded in your life that really opened new pathways in your mind of the way you perceive life and life in general, and like what and your place in this life. And it's really expanding your awareness on a much more spiritually based level. Like, whereas in the past you may not have really considered yourself as a spiritual being, but I feel like something has shifted your perception in a way that there's no denying it anymore. That there is, that you can see the connections, and you can see just how much more there is to uncover, to discover. As you continue to take certain steps, you're going to realize the subconscious like pulls or intuitive promptings that you're getting are starting to make more sense and are starting to become more clear to you. It's like it's like this destination is your prey, and you're like ready to just like pounce for it. You're ready to do whatever it is that you need to do to get to where it is that you're trying to go. Like, it's like fierce. It's like a fierce dominant like urge. Like, you just like, it's very like animalistic type of like energy, that it's like you want this thing so bad that it's like nothing is going to stop you. Like nothing. Not anything anybody says, not anything anybody does. And I feel like there has been a lot of like naysayers, or a lot of like external influences about your decision making skills, and that has really prompted you into questioning whether it was the right thing to be doing or the right direction to be taking. But like, you're not allowing that to persuade you any longer. Like, you know, in your deepest, like the hidden depths of your soul knows the right decision is being made, and you're not allowing external influences to block your direction, like which direction that it is that you're going in. Like, you see the beauty that lies within this, whatever it is that you're trying to attract into your life, or whatever way of living, or whatever destination you're trying to get to. It's like you see the beauty that's just waiting for you to be experienced. Like, you see, it's like so like just like a breath of fresh air that like you just can't wait to just, it's like a simple kind of appreciation for life that, I mean, has always been there, but just hasn't had an opportunity to be expressed. It's like it's a simple, like a simple kind of life. Like, I keep thinking of the Gwen Stefani song, but like, it's like this, I don't know, it's beautiful. It's very, it's like it, you know, that when you are in this, once you reach this destination, it's gonna be this like, like, oh my god, finally, like, this is what I've been wanting for so long, and like, I've been you know, fighting my own wants and desires because of what everybody else wants. And it's like, damn, you knew all along that you just should have just like listened to yourself from the very beginning, because you already knew how happy it was going to make you, and you just kept questioning it, and you kept questioning yourself. But you're no longer doing that anymore. You know exactly, like, you're ready to make that shift, that like, you made the shift in your logical mind. Now your heart and your logical mind have made the connection. Now it's like, you know, logically it doesn't make sense to other people, but to you it makes perfect sense, because it just makes you so incredibly excited to live life and have, like, it makes you so incredibly excited for the opportunities that can derive from this particular situation. And it's like you have drawn the line in the sand in your mental, like you drew the line in the sand. Like, there's no way anything anybody says or does is going to persuade you any longer. And because you have made the choice, you are going in that direction, whether anybody likes it or not at this point. And it is going to be a slow moving process. It's going to take you know, it's like one step at a time. This is like a long term fulfillment. It's something that's going to give you long lasting harmony, and like this is not just a good thing that's gonna happen to you like in a swift movement. This is like long lasting happiness that you're building for yourself. This is going to bring you so much fulfillment in many aspects of your life, in many areas. So you know that this is going to be a process, and it's not just going to happen within a day or two. This is a step-by-step process that is going to make the destination just so much sweeter in the end. So and this is basically, I mean, I feel like 2022 for you is basically the start of living an entirely new life from the life that you lived previously to this year. And if anything, this is confirmation for you to allow yourself to continue going, because you're going, like you made the shift to start living for yourself and not for everybody else. And in doing this, things are going to just fall into place for you naturally. Like, now that you've made this decision for yourself, there is no no preventing the universe from fully blessing you from here on out. Like, now the universe is going to bless you for finally listening to yourself, which you knew you should have from the very beginning, but you question it and you question it and you question it and you question whether or not you knew what was best for you. But that's the thing, everybody knows what's best for them. We allow social constructs or judgment from other people, thank you, for judgment from other people to completely persuade us in things that we know are true for us. We allow external things to redirect and it forces us to reevaluate our own truth. And when that happens, and when we start questioning ourselves and not listen to our intuition and what we know is best for ourselves, that's when things don't go right for us. That's when things start, that's when all the blockages start piling up, and you start wearing the different masks for different people, and it starts, your authenticity slowly gets washed away, and you lose the strong magnetic pull for having good things in your life. Instead, you keep fighting, you go against, like, you keep fighting against the shore or whatever, like you keep going against the current, and the current is just like blah blah blah, trying to push you in the direction that you want to go to, but you keep fighting against it. And it's like, if you just let yourself flow, things flow naturally, things fall into place. It's like people make it so much more complicated than it really needs to be. So let's clarify this Six of Wands. Okay, yeah, you're like fierce. Like, you're fierce about what it is that you want. Like, there is literally no stopping you. You are going in that, you are full steam ahead going for it. Like, nothing is stopping you. Done. Like, you are done. Let's clarify this High Priest. Ooh. Yeah, it's like you're coming full circle. Your perception on this particular situation is coming full circle, and you're starting to like, things are just starting to make sense for you. Like, in the remainder of this month is really just like gonna be a lot of confirmation for you, a lot of like, okay, I am making the right decision. I don't have to question myself anymore. I don't have to, I don't have to be worried about rocking the boat anymore. I know what it is that I want, and I'm going for it. And that is freaking awesome. Let's clarify this. Yeah, like, as long as you stop questioning yourself, there's no reason for this to not end up working out for you. There's no reason for this not to come into fruition. The only thing that's going to prevent it from happening is it's like you tend to question your own motives quite frequently, and you question your own motivations behind the things you do, and there's no need for you to question it anymore. There's no need for you to second guess yourself. There's no need for you to feel like you're doing the wrong thing, because you're not. You're doing what's best for you, and what's best for you is what's best for everybody else. And it goes hand in hand. What's best for you is what's best for everyone around you, because you're being authentic to yourself, and that authenticity is given back to those around you, and they get to see the real you that was covered by all the masks that you felt you had to wear on a daily basis to conform to certain old constructs that no longer have any precedence in your life any longer. And It's just really, really awesome. Let's get some closing. I like to close my readings off with a couple oracle messages just to get nice closing statements from spirits. Color healing, passion. See, yeah, there's something that just really drives you, and it's like it's just becoming so clear to you what it is that's driving you, what it is that's motivating you, what it is that you want, and it's bringing color into your life. What once seemed like a gray and like very like just very like it seemed like you were just existing, you weren't living, but now you're looking at life as if you're living it. Like now it is like things just seem so clear to you, and you know exactly what it is that you're fighting for, and there's no stopping it, and it's I hope that resonated with you guys. Let me know in the comments below, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye. Alright, this is for those of you who chose the Harmony Tarot or this Amethyst Obelisk. Alright, so before I get into the Harmony Tarot, I'm going to use this one to kind of build up the theme, the overall theme of your January 2022. So we're going to use this to open up to kind of see what it is that you can look forward to popping up in your reality, in your current reality, and then we'll dive deeper with the harmony. So I call upon my spirit guides and pile number 2 spirit guides. Allow me to be used as a channel of messages pile number 2 and to receive through my mind's eye through the cards, please and thank you. Allow me to release whatever energies I pick up during the reading after the reading is over, please and thank you. Tell me, Spirit, what does pile number 2, what can I look forward to the remainder of January? What are they going to experience in their realities? January 2022. What is pile number 2 going to experience in the rest of January 2022? Okay. Okay, so we have the don't know which one this is meant to be, but it's like the beginning stages before the caterpillar turns into a butterfly in its cocoon. So definitely I feel like this is like a transitional period for you in your life where you're kind of like you're in the phase of where right before you like feel a sudden strike of empowerment. So maybe you had something like really heavy happen to you in your life last year, and you had to do some inner shadow work, inner healing. So like you're about to experience the shift from being in active healing and finally feeling better and feeling more empowered. So that's kind of exciting for January. Let's see what else. but it does feel like you're a little bit like stagnant as well. Like you're kind of like waiting for something to happen instead of like making moves to make it happen. You're kind of like just hanging out, like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen, instead of like taking any sort of like action towards it. Yeah, like, okay. It's kind of like you're okay, so this is what you're probably needing to focus on. You're kind of like just waiting for things to come to you instead of seeking it yourself. Like you're like like all these cards are just like, okay, these wands are gonna come to me, and these cups are coming to me, and this pentacle, yeah, you know, I'm just hanging out, sitting here. So you're kind of just like, instead of like making any sort of action towards what it is that you're trying to accomplish, you're kind of just waiting for things to happen for you. But so Spirit is really trying to like inspire you to take inspired action. If there's like something that, sorry, kitty. Alright, if there's something that you're like wanting to accomplish in your life, take small steps to make it happen, is what Spirit is trying to push you to do this month. And through that each time you take inspired action, you're gonna feel really good, and those chains that you felt were holding you back or preventing you from breaking free are going to slowly disassemble themselves. Like it's not that you make a lot of excuses, it's like you allow your self to limit the possibilities that you're capable of achieving, just simply by thinking that you wouldn't be able to accomplish the goals that you have for yourself, which is not true, because you're actually more than capable, and you're going to prove that to yourself each time you follow through with an inspired action, and each time you're going to have something to celebrate, and you're going to start building upon that momentum. And then once you build upon that momentum, you'll break free the chains, the metaphoric chains that have been holding you hostage for some time now. So January is like that transitional. This is okay, so it makes sense. Okay, so like you probably had to do some major like healing work in your life, in some aspects of your life. Something traumatic might have happened to you that you were, you know, in the ending stages, maybe at the end of last year, the ending stages of some pretty deep inner healing, and now it's like you're healed, you feel good, but it's like you're kind of like, okay, now what? Now I put all my energy and all my drive and all my motivation into fixing myself, but now I'm feeling better, and now it's like, now what do I put all my time, energy, and effort into now? Although, keep in mind that healing is not ever really finished. It's a constant state of maintenance. So don't feel like your healing work is done, because it's things constantly pop up in our lives that constantly need to be evaluated, and to be looked at, and to be picked apart, and to be understood by ourselves, about ourselves. So this is not something that's just you're done, but you are in a stage where you're feeling better about yourself, and you're starting to realize, like, okay, now I got some free time on my hands, instead of reading all these self-help books or listening to all these tarot readings on YouTube. Like, I can put my time and energy into something that's more positive for myself. And it's like you have these ideas, but you limit the ability for you to achieve these ideas that you have. But now this might be a motivation for you to follow through on some inspired actions that come to you, or some inspired, like, just take small steps to achieve certain goals that you have in mind, because you're more than capable of achieving these things. In fact, you're meant to achieve these things. You're meant to find success. You're meant to be able to celebrate your achievements in your life. So this is that period right before, like, the big bang, like, where you're like, okay, here I am. I'm freaking feeling good about myself. I'm feeling myself. I can do this, I can do that. You know what? Last week I was able to do this, which I thought I wasn't going to be able to do, but I did it. And it's like each time those things come up in your life, you start, like, patting yourself on the back, and you're like, okay, all right. And then it's like you build the momentum. So this is like that momentum building right before the bam, here I am kind of energy. All right, so let me get some more in-depth look into what inspired actions you might want to think of taking, or anything that could assist in this transitional period for pile number 2. Anything that can assist this transitional period for pile number 2. The goldfinch. Okay, so right away, I'm getting, with the third eye, bam, smack in the middle of this goldfinch right here. And he's like over here hanging out on the branch, like you were hanging out in your little cocoon on that branch over there. So what I'm kind of getting is, intuitively, I feel like perhaps you need to dive into these spiritual realms, or maybe meditate, or do things that you find spiritual, because spirituality is really practiced differently from many different people. So whatever brings true for you personally, dive into that aspect, because I feel like you have a lot of opportunity to connect to the spiritual realms. And because of all this inner healing that you have done on yourself, and you're clearing the staticky connection that was previously there when you were unhealed, when you were feeling less than good about yourself. There was a lot of static in your connection with universe, or with the higher realms. But now that you have cleared all that energy out, you should really try to open up the connection a little bit more than maybe, like, I feel like you're very open right now, like your crown chakra and your third eye chakra are all like, it's literally prime time for you to get some major downloads that could really benefit you in your life right now. So for the remainder of January, I feel like you have an opportunity to really connect with your own spirituality, and whatever that means for you. And it's an opportunity for you to really, like, gain some clarity or guidance that could really help you in these ideas that keep sprouting. I feel like you have a lot of ideas that like don't ever get off the ground. Like you have all these ideas just piled up in the depths and in the crevices of your mind, but you question your ability. But I feel like you're becoming more aware of the strength that really lies within you, and the strength and the ability to really like to kill it, man. Like you can really kill it in these ideas that you have, and you could really make like you can make a killing, like any sort of like metaphor that you could think of. Like you can really do it. Like you have the ability to do it, and you have a lot of spiritual guidance that can really help you in this if you allow yourself to tune into that and like really just like take time to meditate and take time to, you know, like automatic write, whatever it is that like helps you personally in that aspect. I highly recommend you do it because I feel like you can gain a lot from it. Let's do some clarifies. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's just a matter of moving past the like you have to be willing to put in the effort and the hard work to meet the universe halfway in order for things to come to you, because things aren't going to just be handed to you. You need to put in the effort to make these things happen. So it's really like you know, you gotta put in the work to get the work. Put in the effort to get the blessings. Let's clarify this goldfinch. Oh wow, see, yeah, see, oh my god. So you are like overflowing with like connect, like you have so much connection that you are really able to gain some insight if you really need it. Like you have the answers. I mean, we all have the answers within ourselves. It's just a matter of allowing yourself to trust yourself and allowing yourself to really connect to it, and because you're like really able to at this time. I'll clarify this. Ooh. And you can either, you know, this can go two ways. You can use this reading as confirmation to trust what it is that you have insight about, or you can continue doing the same thing and take it like a grain of salt and just be like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna. I don't think that. I think that's bullshit. I don't think I can kill it. I don't think I can. You can like focus on like the negatives and like what you don't have, or you can start building a stronger foundation and become more aware of your capabilities, because you more than have that. But you do tend to fall into victim mentality. So just be aware of that. If you find yourself falling into, you know, like focusing on your shortcomings instead of focusing on what it is that you can build upon, because you have things you can build upon. You just question the foundation of it. You question your ability to create that firm foundation, and you focus on the things you don't have instead of focusing on the things that you do have. And that's what hello, that's what you tend to fall into. So just be aware of that, and you'll be a-okay. And you can use January as the time to like really like level up in that respect if you wanted to, because you are very connected spiritually and you have the abilities to do so. It's just a matter of if you want to put in the work to get there. All right, let's close out this reading with some oracles, please. Conflict resolution, communication, and again with the angel wings, it's like you are really able to ask for guidance from from your higher realms, and you'll receive it. Maybe even you can connect to nature, like go outside and look at the trees and ask for guidance, whatever it is that really like helps you personally. I feel like you can really find your stability, and you will really ground yourself in a way that makes you feel much more powerful than perhaps you felt like you were in the past. So just keep that in mind, and please let me know if this resonated with you guys at all. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye. Okay, those of you who chose the Wise Dog Tarot or this Moonstone, let's get into your reading. First, before we get into the Wise Dog cards, we are going to get an overall theme with these. We're gonna build up a theme of what you can expect in the remainder of January, just to get an overall view, and then we'll build upon it with the tarot. I call upon pile number 3, spirit guides. I call upon my spirit guides, allow me to be used as a channel for the messages pile number 3 needs to receive through my mind's eye and through the cards. Please and thank you. Allow me to release whatever energies I pick up during the reading after the reading is over. Please and thank you. Okay. Tell me, Spirit, what does pile number 3, what can they look forward to in the remainder of January? What themes will unravel in pile 3's reality in the remainder of January 2022? Okay, so I feel like you've had a lot of things weighing you down, a lot of like mental exhaustion, it's like really like keeping you stuck. There's a lot of like never-ending like thought patterns that really like are just weighing you down, like not only mentally but in physically as well. It's kind of like you keep taking 2 steps, but then you take 4 steps back, 2 steps then 4 steps back, and it feels like very stressful for you. You don't know what it is that's blocking you, and you don't know what it is that's like holding you like stuck in place. So maybe January is meant for you to uncover that for you. Let's see, what is it that's blocking you? A decision. There's a decision that needs to be test your beliefs or something inside you. It's like you're fighting yourself in making, you're fighting with yourself in making a decision. You're fighting with yourself in making a decision about something you care deeply about, but it's like you care deeply about either path. You care deeply, but there's one path that is meant for you. There's only one path meant for you when it comes to these two things, and it's been weighing on you heavily. I feel like the remainder of January is really going to test you. Things are going to come up in your reality that trigger you, that really test your strength, your endurance, it's just going to be very testing. It's going to be a testing time, and it's meant to point out or to show you which path is actually meant for you. Things are going to be happening within the next few days that really test your patience, and it's happening in order to show you something. There's something that you need to see that you're not wanting to look at. There's something beneath the surface that you need to see that you're not wanting to look at, and things are going to keep happening to you that really force you to look at this. It might be uncomfortable, but the results will be profound for you. The results will clear any debris or noise that is blocking you from seeing your truth. Yes. Here, one more. It could be something to do with, like, you feel like your desires don't match your physical reality, or that your desires for comfort in your physical reality goes against something. It goes against what it is that you desire in your heart. Your need for comfort in your physical reality goes against what you desire in your heart, and this has been plaguing you because you don't know if you should appease your need for physical comfort or physical satisfaction, or if you need to listen to your heart, your deepest desire. So let's get a little bit more in depth. Let's see if we can get any details about this, about what it is that you can do maybe to maybe clear the noise or quiet down the noise that is in your external reality that is maybe confusing you or keeping things hazy. Like there's a lot of things going on that is keeping what you truly want distorted. There's like a distortion of what it is that you want, what you feel like you want, and what you truly desire. There's a distortion in you're not seeing you see how this, he's looking at his reflection in the water, and the water is, you can't see a clear, crisp view of your reflection when you're looking at your reflection in moving water, right? There's gonna be distortions. There's gonna be things that kind of are a little like off, And that's what's happening. It's like the pebbles are being thrown in the surface of the water, keeping this haziness. There's like a haze around you energetically, that you're not seeing your reflection clearly. You're not seeing what it is. You're not seeing who you are in your heart space clearly. So things are happening in your reality, the remainder of this, that really show you who you are. That show you that yes, your need for comfort is there. It's active. It is part of you. It is part of who you are, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's more to you. There's more layers that you have yet to discover about yourself, and you're going to be given the opportunity to see different facets of your personality that you may have not seen clearly before. It's really gonna open your eyes. It's really gonna open your eyes so you could see clearly the golden nuggets of who you are at your core. I feel like you tend to underestimate the goodness in you. You underestimate what a beautiful soul you truly have. Like, you are so nurturing, so caring, so empathetic, so intuitive, and yet it's like you box yourself into like a corner, and you look at yourself very distorted. You look at your motivations very distorted. Like, you look at yourself very hazy. And so that's what's happening in January. It's not necessarily things that are going to be triggering you. You're going to be triggering yourself to show you just how amazing of a person you are at your core, at your soul, on the soul level. You are very unique to those around you, and you don't give yourself enough credit. So that's what is going to be happening this month for you. Things are going to be shown to yourself. You are going to show yourself subconsciously. You're going to attract situations into your life that force you to look at you on the soul level, to look through the haze, look through all the noise that you say to yourself, so that you could see just how freaking amazing you are. Yeah. You really underestimate your motive, or you feel like you have like selfish intent, but in reality it's selfless intent. It's like you think that it's like, the way you look at yourself, you think of yourself as selfish, or like you are, like, when you do things for yourself, you feel like it's you being selfish. But when you're doing things for yourself, in all actuality, you're doing it with selfless motivation driving your actions. There's a reason. You're trying to build upon something that you know is true for you, and it's being, you're not seeing it for what it truly is, which is really actually a very beautiful, you are a very beautiful, unique individual, and you need to give yourself some credit, because you give so much of yourself to others, to the point of spreading yourself too thin, and you don't expect anything in return. You don't expect anything in return. You just give and you give, and you don't expect anything in return. But the universe is giving it to you. The universe is giving you a gift for being so selfless. The universe is giving you a gift for being so selfless, and for vibing on a frequency of just love, for enduring so much heartache, and for being true to your feelings, deep-rooted feelings for others. You feel like you break others' hearts, but really you're the one who has been brokenhearted. You look at yourself as someone who has hurt many other people, but really that's the distortion. You look at yourself as the reason that other people are miserable around you, but in reality you're the one who's always being undermined, or you're the one who's always being hurt in the end, because you do just give and give and give without expecting anything in return. So the universe is really trying to bring that into a focus for you, so that you can shift your narrative a little bit. Instead of looking, so you can appreciate who you are as a person, instead of constantly breaking yourself apart little by little. I feel like this is something that you have always fallen back into. This is a cycle that you always fall back into, because you think that you don't deserve it, but you do deserve it. And that's what the universe is trying to make it clear, to bring it into focus, to shine a light on it, so that you can see that you do deserve happiness. You do deserve all these things that come to you. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Let's get some closing statements, just to finish this up. Anything else, pile number 3 needs to hear? Is there anything else pile number 3 needs to hear? Anything else? Pile number 3. Let's see it. Conflict resolution. So yeah, there's going to be some sort of resolution, and you're going to obtain some sort of communication. Wow. Okay, these are the same 3 cards, the same 3 oracle cards that came out in pile number 2, so you might want to hear pile number 2 as well. You might want to hear both piles, because I definitely shuffled them, and I even cut it in half. So I mean, either way, even if I didn't shuffle them good, I cut it in half. There's no way that it would have. Okay, so that's crazy. So the same 3 cards came out, so I recommend listening to pile number 2 as well if you haven't already done so, because you might get something from that pile as well. But there's some sort of conflict resolution. There's some sort of resolution that you're going to obtain through communicating to source, communicating to the divine, communicating to something bigger than yourself. You have the ability to connect deeply. It's a deep-rooted connection that you have, that you need to allow yourself to dive into. Allow yourself to connect spiritually in order to gain some conflict resolution in this distorted vision, or this distorted view on your own reflection. Because there's a distortion of how you view yourself and how you view the things you do to other people. your true motives are selfless. You are not a selfish person. You are actually a very selfless person, and you need to give yourself credit. So I hope this resonates with you. Let me know in the comments below. And I hope to see you guys all next week. Bye.